My interest in farming and love for animals began back home in Kenya. My uncle used to have a pig farm in Kikuyu, a town just outside Nairobi, and I remember visiting him when I was 13 and helping out with the pigs. And yeah, since then I just had an interest in pigs in particular. So I chose to do an animal-related degree, which also needed experience with animals, whether it's small animals or farm animals. And that's how I ended up on this farm here in Upton Gray. The farm is around 500 acres, a mixed farm. So there is arable, which is growing crops. There's cows, there's sheep. On the pig side, we have around 120, 130 sows, and then we keep all their offspring and we sell them through the farm shop that we have. Pigs are an interesting animal, and I think that's probably why a lot of people are quite fascinated by them, because they're not easily intimidated. They're very inquisitive, so if you know you can walk into a pen and they run off, they'll come back to see what's going on and sort of check you out. Some of the sows I can go in with them when they've got piglets and I know they won't do anything, whereas others, I wouldn't even think about it because they could break my leg, break my arm, or even knock me down to the floor very easily. And when you work with them all the time, you get to know their characters. An animal could be the friendliest animal without piglets, like my favorite sow, Maybelline. This time, about 3 weeks ago, 2 days before she had piglets, I'm rubbing her stomach. As soon as she had piglets, she nearly had me. And they just switch like that. And I think I like an animal that just doesn't do what you want it to do all the time. This week is our farrowing week, which farrowing means when the sows have piglets. And as you can see on there, her teeth line is dropping, and that means that she's getting close to having piglets. These piglets were born yesterday, so they're fairly mobile. Straight after being born, the most important thing is that they get colostrum from the mother. And colostrum gives them immunity from diseases, so they get that from the mother. And also because they're born quite lean, it's very important for the piglets to get milk from the mother. It's 8% fat compared to cow milk, which is about 3 to 4%. Any milk they get from the mother helps them grow, and which is why we've got to feed the sows very well to ensure that they can sustain their own bodies as well as feed 10 hungry mouths, which grow very quickly. It's exciting to see new piglets, and they've got a smell about them. The same way sheep farmers like the smell of lambs, I love the smell of piglets. If you look around us now, nature, there is diversity around us. So you've got different types of trees, you've got different birds flying around. So I think if nature can have diversity, why can't an industry have diversity? So for me, it's about giving opportunity to anyone and everyone that's interested in farming. For example, at the moment, we've got a vet student from America. She's studying at Royal Veterinary College, and she's here with us for 2 weeks. And I'm sharing my little bit of knowledge of pig farming with her, and also just advice on how to navigate the agricultural industry as a black person.
I think Flavian's a very inspiring farmer. His passion for the pig industry, it sorts of make you a bit more inquisitive as well, and it lights a fire within you as well. And so just following behind him and learning behind him, you learn tons, and then you fall in love with it as well.
And we've also got Tom. I'm hoping I can teach him as much as I can on the pigs, because I'm moving on.
I think it's very hard to find someone within farming that's willing to share the knowledge that they have to help you progress. Flavian's got his own farm which he's taking on, and during this time, instead of just leaving me in the mud, as you should say, he's going to be coming back on a regular basis.
And I hope he can step up and fill my not so big boots with his big feet. My next step now is to go and run a farm with my fiance. The farm we're going to, it's bare, no animals there. It's obviously going to have pigs because that's my identity. I definitely want it to be a mixed farm, and then in future having schools coming to visit farms, especially from cities, and I think introducing them to the countryside and agriculture from primary school age, it will help those ones that might be interested in it start making up their mind quite early.